So in this video we are going to learn how to integrate RKTracer tool in the Azure DevOps and generate the reports. And the first thing is to make sure that we have installed the tool here with a valid license. Okay, so once you can just refer the other documents like how to set up the RKTracer with a valid license. So once that is done, the second step would be to make sure that we are able to build and test the application here, or like build the application here, or if you want to build it on the local machine and test it on the local machine, and if you want to upload the reports, even we can do that. For time being, what we are doing is in this demo video, we are going to build and test, run the test, and then we are going to publish the reports to the Azure DevOps. So the first step would be to make sure that we install the Architrazer plugin. So for that, what I need to do is click on this option and go for browse market and make sure that you are logged in, and search for Architrazer. So the moment you search for that, you're going to get this plugin and you need to get installed. So there is no need for you to get the license to install this, just get it and download and install. So once you do that, so the next step would be that so this is how the report looks like at the file level, and this one. So you're going to get line coverage, statement coverage, and multi-condition code coverages. Okay, and then once you install this, and you should be able to see that options here. So the next step would be that we go ahead and enable the tool and generate the report. So we'll see like how to do it. So go to this. Okay, let me take up this task here, like the task what we had it. So let's say like you have a task that's going to build, and you're going to run the test cases here, and then additional to building and testing the application. So what we need to do is make sure that you have disabled the default auto generated code coverage by Microsoft in the Azure DevOps. Okay, so we need to have this one. And the second step would be to that before you turn on the tool, before you build the project, make sure that you turn on the tool using this option. This is for Microsoft Visual Studio project. So since we are going to use that for the demonstration, so I'm going to turn on here using this options and parameters, and then we are going to build and test it. So once the testing is done, then we are going to generate the report, code coverage report, in the XML format. Okay, and once that has been done, then we are going to convert this to the Architrazer format, and then at the last, what we are going to do is we are going to publish that reports to the Azure DevOps project. Okay, so let me go here and let me also show like what are the options we have here. You can see that yeah, I'm going to turn on the tool here, and this is build, and this is testing the project, and then we are going to generate the Architrazer. This is Architrazer options, Architrazer XML, and then yeah, we're going to convert it to the Architrazer format, and then at the last we are going to publish, and we can also turn it off. If you're going to regularly check out the project from repository, I don't think you need to turn it off. By default it will get turned off. Okay, now what I'll do is let me go back here and run a new pipeline itself. Okay, now I'll go ahead and run this. Okay, it has started. Let me go to these jobs here. Okay, we need to give a couple of minutes. Now I added Azure task monitor, so that is additional plugin I added so that I can check for each and every step here. Now you can see that at each and every step it's going fine. That is turning on, building and testing, and report generation, then converting, and then at the last publishing. Okay, okay, all good. So the full this one has been completed. Now here is where we are turning on. Okay, this is the turn on of this one, and you're going to build it here. You're going to, so if you go to the build, definitely you should see that it is instrumenting the project and every bit of information. Also, it's adding the runtime library to the project. And Architrazer is a place where we are going to generate the report. You can also browse this report and have a look. And report generation, converting, and then here we have this. It's giving us a summary like how many lines and branches has been covered, or like multi conditions has been covered. Okay. So once this is done, just go back to the job. Okay. And you should be able to see this. If you have test, you'll see the test results like how many passed and how many failed. And if you go to the code coverage here, and you should be able to see like the details. For example, what is a parser used, number of files, covered lines, partial lines. Then you should also able to see like uncovered lines and covered, line coverage, statement coverage, and also you should be able to see this multi-condition code coverage. Okay. And coverage history, if you want to go in detail, just click on this, and you can see that it is also going to give us 3 parameters here. One is green covered, yellow means partially covered, and red means not covered, branches, and all those details here. Okay. And if I scroll down, okay, if I scroll down, you can see that you will also get the branch coverage also here. Okay, this is the functions that we have here. So if I just move towards the right side, you can see that multi-condition statement, and only the for line coverage you'll have partial, not for the statement and multi-condition. So if you scroll down, and you should be able to see the file. So if I hover over this, and you can see the small pop-up with this information for what conditions it got executed and what conditions it got failed. Okay, and multi-condition here with all the set of parameters. So this is how we need to integrate and Architrazer with the Azure DevOps and to generate the report.